Hey, this is Jamey with Stillmeyer Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanisms in the Red Cathedral. This is a kind of an engine building game with some dice manipulation. It's not worker placement, but there are dice that you're manipulating and moving that feels a little bit like worker placement. And together with the other players, it's a competitive game, but together with the other players, you are building the Red Cathedral itself, which ends up having a really nice display at the end of the game. You're building this cathedral in cards, and that ties to actually my first favorite mechanism in the game, which is that as you build this cathedral, it's essentially you're accomplishing small goals by committing resources to different cards that eventually form the picture of a cathedral. I can't show it right here because it's cards. They're cards on the table. The thing that I really like about this mechanism, though, is that you get to claim whenever you want, you can use your turn to claim a card as a goal that you want to work on. And one thing, I've talked about this in games in general, if there are public goals available, and these are essentially public goals that you're pursuing, sometimes public goals can't be claimed. And you might work really hard towards achieving one of those goals, only to have an opponent take it away from you. And so I really like in this game, in the Red Cathedral, that you can claim one of those goals. You have to claim one of those goals. And then once you do, you are the only one that can work towards completing that card. So you know, I've locked this in, now I need to work towards it. I really like that. My favorite mechanism, though, in this game, which is a very rewarding game. I love how there are lots of good things to do all the time, and you have to decide the one that is right for you and maybe the one that your opponent might do if you don't do. And one of the rewarding things you do in this game is tied to the board itself. It's a tiny little board, little track here that, let's see if I can flip this up. Here we go. Here's the game board. And there are going to be 5 dice, 5 different colors of dice that are, here you can kind of see them through this bag, that are on this board. And what you'll often do on your turn, one of the 3 things you can do on your turn, is to take one of these dice from its position, and you will move it equal to the number of pips around the board. There's a little bit of manipulation you can do there, but in general, that's the idea. If I have a dice that has 2 pips right here, I'll be moving it 1, 2. And then you'll get a bunch of rewards. You'll gain rewards based on the dice itself. There are tokens that are going to be out here on the board, right in that slot and this slot, that indicate the reward. Like if I have a die here, I can take this reward. And then there's a card that's going to be here in this quadrant where you can activate one of 2 benefits. One has a cost, one is usually free, like gain a coin versus, I don't know, spend a few points to get a coin, something like that. And it's this particular reward that I think is very, very clever in this game, because when I move a die here, I gain this reward equal to the number of dice that are here in this section at that time. And so this is the really fun tactical puzzle of the game, trying to get these dice and sometimes manipulating the dice so that you can move a die to a place that has more than one, that has a die that's already there, or 1 or 2 dice that are already there, giving you not just 1 benefit, but sometimes 2 or sometimes even 3 benefits. 3 times that benefit because there are 3 dice there. And that I found very satisfying. And it played into that idea of there are lots of good things that I want all the time. And if I don't take them, someone else might take them, because at any given time, there are dice out here, and you have the chance of moving a die to get at least a double benefit often on your turn, which feels really, really good. I love double benefits. So, and that's added to the benefit that you're actually getting from the card too. So that tactical puzzle in this game I really, really enjoyed, and it will have me returning to Red Cathedral. If you have played this game and have some thoughts, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Or if this reminds you of any other game that you've played, feel free to share your thoughts about that game in the comments below as well. Thanks.